Hi there, how are you? I hope you're all doing really, really well. So we are entering into a new week here. So this reading is for the week of April 17th to the 23rd. And we do have a new moon eclipse happening. Now it's right after midnight if you live in an Eastern time zone on the 20th of April. However, if you live in the Pacific time zone, like I do, then it's actually going to be just after 9 o'clock on the 19th of April. So I have chosen to do the reading for this week with, of course, my Universal Rider-Waite, Old Faithful here, but I've also chosen the Moonology Manifestation Oracle, and I was just getting ready to do the reading, and the Shaman's Dream Oracle popped in, and I was shown me reading a message from there, so I thought, okay, our ancestors have a message for us as well. So let's turn the camera around and get started here. Okay, so I've got everything shuffled here, so I am just going to start to draw. So I'm going to keep the Shaman Dream Oracle and the Moonology Manifestation Oracle decks separate from the reading. I just want to see what the actual message is and how it relates, or the messages and how it relates to this reading. Okay, so just to know, we are in, whoops, I'll move these down a bit more so you can see them. So this full moon in Aries coming up this week, it is the second, sorry, I said full moon, I meant new moon. So this is the second new moon in Aries we've had in a row, which is pretty significant. And then add the eclipse onto this new moon. And I'm really sorry for the jiggling. It's because my arms are on the table and it's a little desk here. But so this is about, Yasmin's book on this speaks a lot of with this cycle of detoxing from the inside. So this could be diet, this could be just letting stuff go that doesn't serve us. So we're making room for new beginnings, for new opportunities to come in to bring into our lives what it is that we are manifesting. So on that note, I'm just looking at these cards here. Yes. So I think these are very, very, these two cards are very connected. So we have the galactic mushroom, the divine matrix, and the last quarter moon in Gemini, clearing your mind. Clear your mind. Sorry, I need to check and make sure you can see those. So, and I say they're connected because what I'm seeing here in the connection between the two is about, getting very clear on what it is that you want to create in your life. What do you want? Where is your heart taking you? And by clearing our mind, we get rid of the confusion, because if we overthink it, we can have confusion or doubt or wondering how it's going to happen, and all the little detail pieces. But just by clearing the mind, we can focus on the direction we want, and then just trust the universe that you're putting the energy out into the universe, and it will conspire to bring it about for you. And the more clear you are on what it is that you want, the quicker it will happen. And I just double checking in here with the energies. Yeah, because we're part and parcel of all this, right? We're not separate from the divine energies. We are the divine energies having the human experience. So just by getting really clear on what it is that we want to create. And I think that's what this is speaking of here. So yes, I have already shuffled these, but I'm just going to give them one more quick little shuffle. And I'm just going to do 3 rows, and we will see what is said. Okay, so we are starting off the week. The significator card is the Queen of Pentacles. So I believe we had this card last week, and I almost want to say it was in the last row last week. I think we were ending with this card. And so again, I feel like she's getting really, really clear here. So on what it is that she wants to manifest. So there's a lot of abundance here. There's a lot of success, and we're dreaming big here. So it's just getting really clear on how you want to affect the world around you, not only your world, but I also feel like this is the people around you and how you want to create a positive influence or be a positive influence and create some sort of impact to the benefit of those around you. And so this is also, so we have the 10 of Pentacles here. So this is showing me too that this is as we are, dreaming about where we want to go and what we want to manifest, there is, maybe one thing that's ending in our lives or several things. So perhaps part of the clearing out the clutter or the detox, I know I talked about clutter last week, but like detoxing our lives, maybe this is indicating with this 10 that, these things are done. We've learned our lessons from them, whatever it might be. I know I have a word in my mind, I just don't want to say it, but we've drawn out all the goodness from whatever it is that has been part of our life, and it's now time to finish it. And the other piece of this card that I'm also picking up on this 10 of Pentacles is that in this dreaming about what we want to manifest and how we want to impact people and influence, this is about us leaving a legacy as well. This is about us long-term planning. So I know this is just for a week, but this is long-term here. So this isn't just a quick dreaming of what we want to do this week. This is actually long-term, because this is about what we're leaving behind. And so this is a project or something that we are dreaming starting, that is like, again, it feels like we're being called into our purpose. And so this is part of why we're here on the planet. So of course that's going to be more long term. And then we have the Star card. So this is really about transformation. It is about dreaming big, and this is bringing it down to earth. This is this feels like the 8th chakra to me. Like, so this is like our higher self here, and this is how we are answering the call, and we're listening, and we are dipping into the energy, and we're bringing it into the physical, and to create a better world. And so this is just like a beautiful card. So this is like dreams and wishes that you have been really feeling called to do. This is them happening and basically becoming physical. And so extremely, extremely beautiful first row here. So as we are moving on here with this reading, with this 7 of Wands, it feels like there is a little bit of trial and error with this, in that it's like these ideas are coming in, and things that you want to do. It almost feels like too, like there's several different ideas coming in, passions that you want to, or that you have been kind of working on, or maybe juggling, and some you have been focused in on more than others. And it's and it feels like it's maybe time to, like, there's too many things, like too many distractions, and it's not helping in that. It's not it's interfering with your focus on what it is that you definitely your top desire is. And so it feels like maybe it's a time of making adjustments and possibly decisions. Yes, in the next row we do have the 2 of Pentacles. So there is some decision making here of what you want to keep, and what is it that you need to let fall away, because there's too much going on. And so it's like your energies are divided, and it's like you're leaking energy among all these projects or these interests that you have. So there's a need to slim it down so that you're not constantly jumping from one thing to another, but you're only focused on one or two main things. And especially when you are, you can do a few things too, but it's about when you are actually focused on them. It's about having all your attention on it at the time. For instance, there's other things I enjoy doing. However, when I'm doing like a reading, all my energy is focused on the reading and nothing else. So, so there's also that feeling in here as well of, but I still get that there's just, yeah, there's a lot of divisions in your attention and your focus. So it's about just slimming it down and just focus on one thing at a time as well. So there's a couple messages in there. It's kind of mixed, but it's also, they're very distinct in between the two. So in the middle of the whole reading, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is about taking action, but it's not. So I feel like this is more like about getting your ducks in a row. So it's like with the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So you're dreaming, what you want here. And this is putting everything into, it's like making a plan and how you want to bring it about. It's like steps, all the steps in the plan, and how you're going to make this work. Now, again, as I mentioned with the, I think it was back at actually the Queen of Pentacles, not knowing all the details of what it is that you are dreaming into manifestation. But here there are absolutely some practical steps that you need to take, because obviously we can't just dream it into being. We have to physically do the work, right? So, and I feel like that's what this Knight of Pentacles is that you are in the process and in the dreaming of also making a plan as well. However, the very next card is the Knight of Wands. So not only are we making a plan with that Knight of Pentacles, but we are actually starting to make stuff happen. We are taking steps. So there could be some research happening. There could be just some checking facts and figures. There could be, oh gosh, who knows what it could be, just depending on what it is you're doing. But I feel like there's, you're definitely taking some action here on working towards what it is that you want to manifest. And then in the final row, we have the Fool. So yes, definitely here, embarking on this new journey, whatever this is that we are feeling called to do. This is, again, a very positive card, and we are feeling there's a lot of trust in the universe here, not knowing what's coming next, but it's a very uplifted feeling, and it just feels really good. But it's just telling us what I was already picking up here, and also in the energies for the week with the new moon energy, of course. And then I already touched on this one with the Two of Pentacles, that there is a decision to be made. And so it's about, what it is you're manifesting, where you want to go in this journey, what it is you want to leave behind, how you want to affect others in a positive way, to leave that, leave kind of like your mark in the world, but just your legacy, right? So this is a long-term thing. And decisions about, maybe some of your passions, it's time to set them aside while you focus on this other thing. There could also be another option for you coming up as something else that maybe you weren't, like a change of direction or an opportunity for a change that kind of presents itself to you. So there's also a feeling of, you've had an idea for a while of what you wanted to do, but then this new thing comes in that, so there might be a change in direction as well with that. And it could be related to this too, as you are thinking about, all the options for you and what you want to focus on. And so maybe something presents itself as more important to you. And we have another queen. We had two queens last week as well, and we also have two knights this week as well. So we have the Queen of Cups, and I'm pretty sure we had this one last week as well. So again, it's just keeping focus. We're focusing in. We are, again, I feel like there's a trust in not knowing all the answers, not knowing, we know that we're on a path. We we're feeling called to it. We're stepping into our purpose. It's very, very heart-centered. It feels light. It feels loving. It's taking our own energy into the next level as we release, and learn to, in the higher mind, love ourselves more from the higher mind, carry more compassion for ourselves and then into the world. But it's having trust and trusting the magic of it all and not being able to see the end result or what it is exactly that we are, all the pieces of the puzzle, but trusting that there's going to be some good, really good surprises in there, and that spirit is supporting us in this journey as well. Yeah, I'm just checking here for some other hidden messages that might be mixed in here. Yeah, so we have 2 major arcana cards here as well, which is just telling me that, so yeah, we have, in the opposite corners, and then with this knight in the middle, with the Fool and the Knight of Pentacles and the Star. So yes, starting on this journey, putting, into action, making a plan of putting it into action. And then, of course, down here, the Knight of Wands, doing action steps, doing things that we need to get it going. The decision making, sorry, I'm getting a little off track here, but with that Star, this is big here, because we have, the 2 major arcana cards in each, diagonal here, diagonally in the corners. So this is definitely, what it is. This is just telling me what I've already said. It's just confirming that this is like stepping into a purpose. This is feeling, there's an innocence to it, and just the trusting that this is what you're meant to do. There's that feeling of it, and that there aren't too many worries about it not happening. There's just, this is going to happen. It's just a feeling of it's going to happen. It's just getting clear in your mind of, what it is exactly, and getting in touch with the heart, so that your mind doesn't come in and, create confusion. I'll just move those down here. And as you are creating this, and this is so this is a partnership. So this is you and this is the universe. It's one and the same, of course, right? But this is just saying that you are supported. This is, everything is happening as it's supposed to, and in the perfect timing it's supposed to. And lots of success here as well. Hi, so that's a pretty good reading. And, it seems to me that a lot of the readings lately have been really about letting stuff go and starting new journeys. And so there's always these little journeys and the bigger journeys. This particular journey is touching on, really our life path. And, that is usually a journey that takes a while. There's the incubation, there's letting go of the old stuff, and there's growth happening. So it's stepping into a new phase that, there's things that we are feeling called to do that have maybe stopped us in the past because we have been afraid or we didn't feel ready for it. But it feels like a lot of us are coming into this time where we still might have the fear, but we feel that the mission is more important than the fear. We recognize that the fear is what false evidence appearing real. And so it's just moving past it, but we need to get really focused on what it is that we're being called to do. And I think there's a need to really commit to it and not allow ourselves to get distracted by it, and trying to juggle too many balls. And also just really, when you're working on it, focus, 100% on whatever it is you're doing at the time, allotting yourself, an hour or two to work on that particular project, and then boom, moving on to something else. Like this time of year in the Northern Hemisphere, it's spring, so a lot of us, want to get outside and go for hikes and enjoy nature, or get in our gardens and get, the seeds planted and plant our flower beds and our gardens and all that. So, I mean, yes, we have a lot of interest in things going on. So it's just focusing on one thing at a time and not depleting your energy by trying to do too much all at once. So, but overall, really, really great reading. So we're carrying on this week in this big transformation that we're doing, and that is going to carry on for quite a while. So I hope you all have a beautiful week, and please take care of yourselves, and I'm sending you my love. And remember that you are loved. Take care. Bye-bye for now.